What's up, J Fusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to another video. So, this is going to be another Kamen Rider Revice theory video. Now, I'm not going to review this guy right here. That's gonna be coming up soon. Stay tuned for that. But anyways, I just wanna show it. I just wanna show Revi to you guys. So yeah. Anyways, so in this video, I'm going to talk about George Karisaki, and I actually have mentioned him a little bit in a previous video linked down in the description if you guys haven't seen it, or if you guys want to check it out again. So I did talk about uh, George a little bit, but this time I have another theory, and this is all about George. I'm thinking that George could potentially be the big bad of Kamen Rider Revice. Now, uh, again, uh, this is all going to be just theory. Okay, this is me having some crazy ideas again that you know I think I'd like to share. So nothing is true until people from Toei say so, or until the future episodes do come out revealing more of George. But yeah, I want to talk about this as early as possible, so we can check if this is gonna be true, if this is going to be debunked. So, anyways, let's talk about it today. Now, before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that this video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13, and probably I'd like to place just a little bit of a spoiler warning for Kamen Rider Revise Episode 6, just in case. Now, speaking of Kamen Rider Revise Episode 6, I think the main highlight of this episode is the debut of Kamen Rider Evil, and we finally find out, no, actually he did make an appearance in episode 5, but we finally see who the man under the mask is. I'm not gonna say it. I At this point there have probably been leaks already, and some of you who are watching this video probably know who it is. So just please, uh, do me a favor and not spoil everything for those who haven't seen it yet. So, anyways, again, just a reminder and of course a request to you guys, so don't spoil it for everyone else. We're just gonna focus on George right now. So, actually, in episode 6, he George seems to give a certain belt to a certain someone, which basically leads to most of the events that we see in episode 6 today. So yeah, so Kamen Rider Evil does use a belt created and was given by George himself. So I'm not sure about George's intentions, really. Now, going back to his history, he does mention that it was his father who found the remains of Gif or Jif. No, it's Gif actually. So his father probably was the person who found the remains of Gif and the ancient stamp-like object in the Phoenix office. In the Phoenix base, that somewhat ominous looking stamp. And yeah, this could be possibly related to whatever George's motives could be at this point, which are of course still unknown, but we can probably assume. And for someone who is a scientist, you would probably think he's going to be a geek. Well, he is somewhat of a geek with his Kamen Rider obsession. So, for a scientist, he has a really nice physique, and actually, I think it was around episode 4 that we do see him working out in his office. He does have gym equipment. So, yeah. Uh, we can also assume that he'd probably be transforming into a common rider himself, which is not an impossible thing to imagine. Though I think he is still gathering some data, observing the common writers that are coming out. And in episode 7, we do see our third writer, and we could probably talk about him as well in a future video. But what I would see for now is that George is still gathering some data, so he's still testing out the rider system. And probably when he becomes, or if he becomes a common rider, this would be the result of all his research, and would probably, George would probably dub it, as the ultimate common rider, because, he has created it, and he would assume that it is we could assume that it is his well, perfected, quote unquote, because I still doubt it. So his somewhat quote unquote perfected rider system, and I think he could be an enemy at that point. So why is he going to turn evil? Again, his intentions are still unknown, but maybe in order to create the perfect common rider, again, it may go back to his obsession with common riders. So uh, I think he is going to use that power, or he's going to be, or I'm not really sure how to put it in words, to be completely honest, but he could attain such a great power that he would use this again in order to create the ultimate common rider for whatever his goals are. But we could also assume that becoming a writer could be an end in itself, or meaning, just becoming the common writer is his end goal. But again, this is all just assumptions, really. I'm still waiting for other stuff to come out. I'm still waiting for future episodes. But again, we you know we are still free to postulate any hypotheses and theories, and imagine stuff while we can, at as early as now. So this could also mean that George, you know, is I could also see, actually, George not technically joining the side of the dead man's, but eliminate at least the generals, Julio, Ortega, and Aguilera, and have the power of gift all for himself. Now, I also see something like a master logos situation with George. He could potentially become, well, not really the main antagonist, like the final boss, but if this could happen, I'm also seeing a situation where he becomes, again, like I mentioned, someone like Master Logos, who uh, obtains such a great power, but would eventually lose to Iki, and then we are introduced to the final boss, so like a penultimate boss, you can say. But again, George Karisaki becoming a major villain in the later parts of the show is possible, or it's what I'm seeing at this point. And I actually think it could be related to that stamp that was found, 50 years ago, 50 years before the events of the show. This stamp that was found by, again, George's father, and who knows, it could actually be the stamp that he uses in order to create his, again, quote unquote, perfect rider system. So that's still something that we should take note of, whether it happens or not, or something different happens. Maybe we could get some idea from that. So yeah, this is just me spouting such crazy stuff again. I'm sorry if this doesn't make sense just yet, but hopefully it does make sense in the future. Because I do see, from his personality, like George seems to have like a few screws loose. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I'm not sure if like his goofy character. He acts kind of goofy sometimes, but uh, he definitely looks suspicious to me. Now, I did mention in the previous video, the one that I'm putting in the link in the description, I did mention that, you know, if you look at the opening sequence, right, at the opening theme, we do see a shot of George in his lab, and then he's looking at three giant life-size test tubes with three humanoid figures inside that look like Kamen Riders. If these are actual Kamen Riders, we don't know, or if these are just bases for his prototype system. So I'm not sure, but how he got hold of these riders. So we don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure that this laboratory could play a huge role in future episodes. So let's, of course, look forward to that. So, anyways, I think that's all that I want to talk about in today's video. So, uh, tell me what you think of George Karisaki in the comments. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Do you think he's going to be a big bad in the future, or do you think he's going to be a hero actually? So let me know in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JD Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. I probably get back to editing, and hopefully I can post the reviews for this guy next. So anyways, stay tuned for that. Bye!